Hey guys, Cam here. Just going to do another video. This one's an Awoken duel. I played against Billy again. I'm Nick, he's Ranger, so it's a pretty common matchup on the map. The first 3 or so minutes I played quite well. Maybe the middle 3 is not the best, and the last 3 is pretty good again. There's a couple of frags I got on here I want to show you guys because it is evidence of what I've been trying to tell you about splitting the spam. And a couple of rail angles you can take. Just a couple of things I did that allowed me to frag this guy quite regularly. I've made a few mistakes pushing forward with a bit of bad LG and whatnot, and you really don't want to be doing that as your lights, because that's when, you know, they can get on top of you. Because lights, when they're in control, are the best, but when they're out of control, are the worst because they've got no health. So you can lose like 5 or 6 frags pretty easily. You don't even have to play that poorly, and then they can come back in the map. Whereas when you're at that, like, you've got a good lead or whatever, you want to play a little bit differently to how I played this. I think I messed up my LG pretty badly in one fight, and it cost me a lot. But anyway, there was a moment in the game as well where I absolutely destroyed him in Cuddy over here with split spam, and I had nothing going for me at the time. So it's like, just to show you guys what you can do when you're splitting your spam, how much damage it can actually deal. And I got a question once, why do you call it Cuddy? And the reason is, when we first got into Quake Champions, me and Fraser in 2022, we're playing 2s with Dandy King and CJ, and they called it Cubby, so we just called it Cubby. But in mining, which we're both mining engineers, the term is Cuddy, and it's just a little nook in the wall that you can put equipment in underground mining. So Cuddy. So we always used to call it Cuddy, and then even when I started playing with Dan again in the 2s, I changed from calling it Cubby to Cuddy, and he said, "Hey Cam, I just want to ask you a question. Why do you call it Cuddy?" And I said, "Dan, it's because we're in mining. You've got these cuddies where you put stuff in, like electrical cuddy or refuge chamber cuddy." So I don't know. We just got it from that, and then we stuck with it. And then Dan just sort of made me laugh, and he said, "Well, that makes perfect sense. Let's continue on." So that's why we call it Cuddy, even though most people tend to call it Cubby. Anyway, I'll get into the game. Like I said, there's a few good frags I got, but a few shit moments as well. So the other question I did get is, well, where's the games against the good players? And they will come. I haven't been playing that many good players. Fact is, in Australia, there's really not that many good players. But the way I sort of always looked at it, if you can't dominate and not make mistakes or punishable mistakes against intermediate level players like Billy, what chance do you have against a good player? Like, most of the guys who are watching these videos, they need to get to that level first before they think they can beat the good guys. And I'm just trying to show you how to do that. I'm not saying you're not going to learn more in a game against a good player. You probably will, but yeah, I think if you can't dominate these type level players, then, well, yeah, don't worry about the good players. You're not quite there yet. Anyway, we'll start the game.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Soft this spawn. You can challenge Mega here, but challenge Rail here, but they're always at Rail, so there's just no point. Go top mid. As Nix, I like to go towards Rockets. Reason being is because if he does happen to catch me out or whatever, I can use my ability. And using your ability at the start of the map is usually not that bad anyway, because it's a little worse with the minute abilities. When it was 45 seconds, it wasn't too bad, because what you used to be able to do was, you're still moving around the map on other sides of the map, getting guns and armors on your side. You get a couple of time shards, and you have your ability back for, or close to being back, for the next cycle at 30 seconds or 35 seconds. Now it's probably a little bit different because it's a minute abilities, but even still, you know, it's okay to go get rockets and not take any damage for that by using Ghost Walk here. I don't think that's a big problem. And like you can see, a lot of the time, it's not, you're going to get rockets anyway, so he wasn't even going there. I mean, dropping down for this like damage is an aggressive play that I would like to make, but reality is it's a bad play. But yeah. See how I was trying to shoot behind him? I didn't quite get the rocket that I was aiming for, a little bit further behind him. But if it was, you might have a chance to kill him. Obviously, probably not with only 2 rails in me. If I had a little bit of armor, probably I can frag if he doesn't get a good orb off. But yeah, I was still trying to shoot it behind him. And it's especially important in this water around this map because it does negate a bit of his splash damage. So it's even more important to get a good rocket because a lot of the times they dud in front and don't do anything. I'll grab the health bulb before you go top mid. Just go get the LGs and stuff here. Like, he's got rail control and you have to accept that. I saw him. It's only small, but you got to remember he doesn't have rockets. So you can move along the right hand wall here and make it so you can't rail you while you get your spam out. It's that is quite important. And the reason I know he doesn't have rockets is because I saw him when I dropped the teleporter, I actually saw him above red armor. So I know, considering I heard him at rail, he can't have rockets here. So you can just dodge on the right hand side, and because you're thin, he can't really see you at all. So for him to get damage on you, which he's going to try and do, you know he's going to have to move out from this corner that he's in here. So don't shoot the rockets towards the corner, he's not going to stand there. Shoot him further left. And the beauty of shooting this rocket here, now he's in the corner, I can use my LG. And I know it looked like a risky fight, and it probably was, considering I didn't know where he was. But once he was back where he was, it's really my fight now, because I've got the 2 guns that I need. And his rail's probably not that good in this situation. And see how this rocket's going to keep him on this side. So even if it doesn't hit him, which it's going to hit him some damage, but even if it didn't, he still can't drop to red and then make your life difficult because red's coming, right? You're going to kill him with LG when you push forward. Even if he hits this rail, you're still probably going to kill him. I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance, he does have a chance, but it's still going to be hard. And he didn't get a chance to shoot him. I like to go top mid here and get Mega Control first. Reason being is because, well, there's 2 reasons. One, you get Mega and you get 175, you get 100 out of it anyway, right? And the other green's arc on the map that you'll be able to pick up. The other reason is it stops him being able to come this way, get Mega and get rail. And it's a lot easier to deal damage from top mid towards rocket than it is to deal top mid towards rail when they have a LG, or lower mid towards rail when they're running past. It's a lot harder. Whereas if he goes to rockets now, you can get a lot more damage. What I like to do is grab Mega and drop down into water here, and there's this little angle you can shoot towards the rails, and when they jump, you can always hit them. For some reason, I don't see too many players, even in the pro scene, I don't see too many players go for it, but it's really easy, especially as Nyx, because you can get a little bit higher when you double jump off the wall. So quite often I've hit the 1 out the teleporter, 2 as he's running past rockets, and 3 as he's above the red. I only hit 2 here, it kills him, but you'll see. So quickly. Double jump so you get the angle. Obviously he's not ready to get hit by that, because most characters can't get high enough to reliably hit it. And then just double jump again, hold rail out. I wouldn't even, if you think he's not railable, you can use a little bit of LG. Same as what I was saying in the other video. Shoot him with, double jump off this wall and shoot him with a little bit of LG. Or if you think he's going to get to health bubble and not be railable, shoot a little bit of LG so it takes away that extra health that he's got. But it also makes their dodge go different. It's like I was trying to say before, if he knows to use rail, he'll dodge specifically for that. If he's dodging LG, they tend to move quite a lot more laterally, and then it makes it easier to rail him when you switch to rail. So just shoot him with a little bit of LG and then switch to rail. In this case, I remember I stick with rail and it kills him outright, but that's something you can do to make it easier in these sort of fights. He hadn't got trade off yet. Push forward for damage here. You want to shoot there even if you're going to miss, but come up top. Sometimes it's probably better to shoot a rocket rather than a tri-bolt. Reason being, if he's here, like when I'm reloading to the rockets, you can't shoot the next rocket as quick because it takes longer to reload tri-bolt. And the other thing is that tri-bolt's a bit early, it's not going to hit him anyway. Now we know he wants this green, and I think he was already sort of out here by the time I got there, and I was a bit surprised by that. But if not, you want to just jump up here and just shoot an angle as close to this right hand wall and as deep along the platform that's on the other side, sort of to the right of the health bubble that sits up there. And that way, if they're jumping towards Mega, they get smashed, and if they're trying to come in, they get smashed. Obviously he was a bit quicker, but yeah. Yeah, you see, I was a bit surprised by where he was. He was a bit quick, so I was trying to shoot that rocket I was telling you about. I'll show you. So this rocket is really important. It's quite a common situation when you're trying to buy the top mid control. I'm trying to shoot it just here, because that way if he's sitting here he gets good damage. If he's trying to push into me, like I was saying, it's a deep rocket, he's going to walk into it. Obviously he was a bit closer than I could. Probably shouldn't zoom that one, because you know where you hit the damage is going to knock him up in the air. Probably LG's a better gun than rail, but especially because I zoom, I lost sort of track of him. But alright. So we know Mega's first. Just want to deny weapons. Sometimes you have to choose, am I going to give up rockets or give up rail? And usually I like to deny rail, because obviously if they get rockets it can be dangerous, but it's not as dangerous if they get rail. So obviously good to stay top mid, but then if he does get to the rail, just go straight for the rail. You know, he's going to have it, and he's going to be in a strong position to defend red. Whereas if he gets rockets, I feel with my hit scan weapons and the health I'm going to have, I can still get red. So that's a big difference. And even if I can't get red, I can still use my rail advantage, my weapon advantage, and really take all all of it off him. In this situation, like, you can get both heavy and mega, but you won't always. So as long as I get mega and get good damage on his red and deny weapons, I'm happy. Can go for that green, but you probably won't be back in time to go for mega and then deny red. So it's probably too risky to go for that green.
Stopwatch.
Right, now we're trying to get damage on red, but we need to be aware he could be close to us. Like, he's probably not in the waters because we would have heard him drop down from the rockets, but he's probably up there somewhere. Okay, he's going to rail now. So just spam like that. Some blokes like spam against these ledges. Maybe it's because I'm too used to Quake Live and I feel like it's too cheap. I don't really do it. I'm always aiming at the ledges because it's like the honourable thing to do. But you see guys who've only ever played QC or played most of their Quake in QC, very comfortable going for these rockets against the ledges. And it's probably better actually because they can't really peek. But honestly, it's toxic. It shouldn't be in the game, but it is. So you should be making best use of it. You can go to the jump pad here because and use a bit of LG and then switch to rail. Resman's just going to kill him. Whereas from where I am now, probably not going to be able to kill him unless he peeks and takes too much damage on me. Don't go, once you miss your rail like that, don't go immediately for the red, because then when he does hit you with a rocket, you can't fight back because you're reloading your rail and he's controlled your movement, he can destroy you. Whereas you just dodge forward towards it and then back. It's only subtle what I did, but just watch it. Pay attention to what I did when I missed the rail.
Stopwatch.
Like, he can still get good damage on you. I'm not saying he can't, but he's not going to destroy you. See how I come back? Towards it. It's a bit unlucky they hit the ledge. I probably should have switched to rail after that. It's a bit unlucky they hit the ledge. I don't know how they hit the ledge, but you should stick with rockets there when I double jump it. Rail's a bit risky and a bit creepy. Once you've hit that rail, I'm sticking around here to try and frag him. Because I know the top green and the health bubble's there for me. So even if I get away on 1 health, I'm still strong. Or at least strong enough to get that and then work out what he's doing and try and get away to the next armour, whether that be over at rail or whatever. But when you come in, you got to shoot a rocket here. Reason being he's not railable, so don't try and rail him straight up because then you're probably not going to kill him. And you'll see when I shoot this rocket, his movement is controlled on the left side, so I can just easily rail him. Whereas if he's dodging around the pillar, it's a lot harder. So just notice how I shot that. See how I had the rail out and I seen what he's doing, I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to switch to rockets. Maybe you could switch to rockets straight away, but you know, this is still okay. This rocket's going to control his movement. So I already know from where I'm shooting the rocket on the right hand side, I have to aim over here because either the rocket's going to hit him and knock him this way or he's going to be that side. And he's out in the open. He's missed his rail, I can take my time here as well. And I will take my time with these type of shots because I know he can't shoot back. I killed him, so beautiful. Again, we're waiting for Mega here. I don't think he's going to come out and charge it. He's going to just make sure you get that one around the corner. Chasing this way is not great because he can get red side. And now look, don't need to go to this health bubble either, so this is bad. See how I'm flicking those rockets? It's only subtle, but where he thinks I'm aiming, I'm not actually quite aiming. And it's not a big flick, they're not violent flicks, but I'm not shooting the rocket where I'm aiming. It's only might miss by a couple of meters, but it makes a big difference into being able to hit them. Obviously, the more experience you get, you can read and know the patterns of people who dodge in these positions because they are quite similar, all players. But it's important to do that. Now, I might die here, I'm not sure, I can't remember what happens, but you know, I still got a chance to kill him. Okay, so I got a good rocket before I got off.
The shadows.
So I'm happy.
Killing spree.
He could have killed me, but he didn't, so. Alright. Careful and come and top mid, that's probably what he's going to do. Nice shot. Just take your time in these sort of fights. He's the one under pressure, not me. Like, I've got all the weapons. He's stuck. And if you rush these fights and he gets you with a good spam or whatever, or you miss your damage, that's bad. I'm happy to take your time in these sort of fights. If he wants to hide behind the corner, I'll just let him hide for a bit. Don't tug your aim. Don't just shoot randomly. Just take your time in the fight and you will get the frag. If you don't get the frag, you'll get good damage and he can't really get damage on you, which is okay too. Alright, quickly back to red. Going for this is not horrible, but it's a bit greedy. This is the rail I'm talking about. Alright. Just be careful, because when they do that, quite often they try and trick you, especially on low health, and you haven't got Ghost Walk, so you got to protect yourself first before you think about shooting up to top mid. One rocket is enough usually, and then you can turn around, and if he does come through, it's going to smash him, and if he doesn't, then you can fight him top mid. And same rocket you shot before, probably. Okay, this way. Yeah, this was bad. Don't do that. He played me there. Like, it's just too greedy what I'm going for with no Ghost. You can make this play if you've got Ghost Walk, but without Ghost Walk, you know, just settle for a 50-50 situation if you have to, you know what I mean? It's fine. You've got a 6-frat league. What you don't want is to die for nothing like I'm about to, and then he's back in the map. It's only 230, you know what I mean? So it's trash. Just too greedy. If you have the rocket down here to the right before you jump, it's not so bad, because then you've got a chance to kill him. But I hadn't shot the rocket yet, and I was already jumping across. It's terrible, because you know, it's just too late. And reason when you think they're going to jump out, don't ever shoot the rocket at this corner. They'll be out by then. You have to shoot it further right. See where I shot it? It's too late anyway. But usually, if they're tucking and they're coming back out, never shoot the rocket on this corner. It's just too far to the left. You have to shoot it further right to defend yourself. And the other beauty of shooting it this far right is when it does hit them, a lot of the time it knocks them back into cuddy. So they can't get any more damage with on LG. And if Mega's there, that's even better, because then you can push towards Mega and you're good. In this case, we're fighting over nothing, so that's why you don't need to take this risk that I've taken, and now I'm dead. And I know it too, so I know you guys won't be able to see the face cam that I've got recorded here, because my face cam in this video is going to record over the top in the same position, but I was rolling my eyes, like, knowing this is horrible. Like, that's exactly what you don't want to do in this situation. Alright. Now we're playing for weapons and armour. So we're not in a terrible spot because Mega and that's there. Don't go towards rail. Like, if you're going to go towards rail, act like you jump off like I did. And just wait. See how I'm flicking that one rocket? That's important, because even when he's in midair, he can see I'm aiming to the left. So as soon as he hits the ground, he's moving right. See what I mean? And then you flick it to the right and you get him. And then you can peek again hard now, and if you want this kill, you must peek aggressively. Now, I know my rocket landed behind him too. So I know he's going to be moving this way, or he's going to be at the same point. He's never going to get good distance on me and then smash me with LG from back here, because my rocket was behind him. It can't happen. So that's why I'm peeking aggressively. And flick again. So watch that again, it's important. So he got tricked maybe because I jumped towards the Mega, or he just got impatient and came here. So that's why it's good not to give noise in this situation. And if you are going to try and go get rail, do it very quietly so he doesn't know you're there. See the flick? It's important. You won't hit him if you don't flick. Alright, need to be quick over here. Should lay some spam down before you get there, but really in this situation you actually don't want them attacking you. You kind of do, because you can kill them easy, but if they don't, you're happy as well. Right, once he rocket jumps up, we can take forward position. So it's not a bad idea to push forward to rockets here and try and get more rockets and hit some damage on him if he's sitting top mid, but the problem is he might just spam me and smash you. So it's not wrong, but it's probably a bit too aggressive in this situation. The one reason it is good though is because we need the rockets. Anyway, we'll just wait for red down. So it's important not to just drop straight for red here, because like I said in the other videos, I wanted to stop him getting rail, but I know it sounds weird, and maybe not so much if I've only got one rocket. It's really not that bad if he tries to get red, because you can rail him a couple of times, you can hit him with spam from above, and you can go get Mega, or at least or a good chance of getting the frag out right. Obviously if he's got his orb, it's a little bit different, but yeah, I'm not really bothered if he drops down from top mid and goes towards red here. I'm actually not scared of that. Coming for this rocket ammo is a bit greedy, but yeah. Probably haven't got time to make Mega, which is why I think I'll go swap, just in case. But nice shot. See how I'm moving further right as soon as I come out? Reason being is because you want to cut off the angle from him being able to go to the left and get away. If he goes to the right and get away, you still got a chance of damage. So that's why I move aggressively right. I mean, if he's quick, you won't get a chance of damage either way, but that's the best way to give yourself a good chance. Probably don't want to. Usually I wouldn't shoot like that, but I thought he was just going to be out. Reason being is because it's better to not shoot than shoot and miss. And I think that shot was a high chance to miss, so it's better not to shoot. Probably could jump forward with LG, there's probably a bit better, but just take your time. He's panicked, you know what I mean? he's at Mega, don't challenge. Yeah, that angle's actually a good angle and a lot of players don't know it, so you can just move right back and hit their toes, they can't see you. Now probably what we want to do is try and get one of the two items. Like pushing around this way to try and get maximum damage on red is a bit risky because if he gets good damage on you first and then gets red, you really can't get to Mega. So sometimes staying top mid and trying to rail towards red's a bit better than doing this. But it's Billy, so I'm hunting kills. Probably got lucky he wasn't full charge with LG, so I was probably dead with no Ghost Walk especially. So, and especially because I had rail out, it's not like I had a good rocket to maybe get some damage first. So now we just want to get away to Mega if we can. Yeah, pushing in is too greedy because we're not that strong, and we really rely on him to miss the rail to actually frag. If you were more than 2 rails, it's probably okay. Pushing in, you'll be able to kill him before he hits 2 rails on you, because you just smash it with LG and then rail him, he'll be dead. Especially with the health bubble behind you. But with the amount of health I had, yeah, it was just too risky, and that's why I'm dead. And this is the worst time to die, because now he's going straight to Mega, or putting pressure on us at LG, and we're fucked. We were just trying to slow him down so that some of the armors could spawn, so he has to make a choice where he has to go. He can't just sit top mid, or wait for our ability to get back, we can do something. But I was just too open, and yeah, obviously he destroyed me, so it was terrible. Probably can't peek down enough health. So like I said, this middle part of the duel wasn't good. Once I heard him rocket jump, go top mid, be very aggressive getting through the teleporter, because you know he's trying to cut off your Mega, so he's unlikely to still have top mid. This is your chance to go get rail. And this is where I actually get the split spam at Cuddy. When you can look in the map, I'm actually fucked. I've got nothing, he's got everything, and I'm only up by 3 frags. I got my ability, yes, but you know, I don't have much going for me. I'm just destroying him and Cuddy. And he was dead to the rail even if he was not killable there. So you see what the splitting of the spam does? Like if I just kept the shooting the same rocket there, I've only got 125 health, and he'd pushing forward with LJ, I'm probably dead. So that's why splitting the spam there was really important. And when the second one hits him and knocks him even further left, it's an easy rail too. So literally he's dead. And he could have had like 300 health or maybe 280 health, and he was dead. You know what I mean? And it was only because I caught a good timing on when he was peeking back in because he thought I wasn't coming towards rail. Fair enough. I got a bit lucky there. I accept that. But look at the damage I was able to deal simply because I split my spam. Think about your situation there. Would you be able to get the kill in your games? Probably not. You'll be dead. And then he would be 2 frags behind with literally everything, and you're fucked. So watch that again. And even he's saying, yeah, alright, like, you know, like, destroyed you, bro, like, literally destroyed you. So that's where it's really important, and that's probably the best example I can give you of why you need to split your spam, because it just destroys them, and doesn't give them a chance. They can't peek in, you know what I mean? So it was a beautiful kill. Imagine if I had hit the rail as well, which I would have hit because he's stuck in the corner. So like, I hadn't got Mega yet, you see. So even if he had Mega, he would still be dead though. So that's why that's just well shot rockets. So you can do that in your game. It's not hard. You're not really aiming. Just put it on the spots, you know what I mean? And it's easy as you like.
Finish it!
Yeah, shit play. Just use LP there if you don't go. Like the rockets, you can hit them, but it's just with the amount of damage they can do on LG, you're better off not pushing in there at all, probably. But yeah, I wanted to kill him because I'm having fun. So if you are going to push in, maybe use a bit of LG first and then shoot a rocket. Don't just start with rockets because then he's just going to smash it with LG, destroy it. Which is what happened. See how I'm peeking over to the right to get that rocket as deep into Cuddy as I can? That's really important because, okay, he didn't end up coming there. I think he fell down at the bottom. But the reason it's important is because you need to get as much early damage on him as you can. So, and to get the rocket as deep as you can to try and hopefully knock him to the left so he's even slower coming out. this green can spawn, or it can get a good amount of damage. If you just shoot the rocket to here, he's going to be coming out, you know what I mean? He's going to have a chance to kill you. Whereas where I move to the right on the timing and shot it as deep as I can, it's only a small difference, but it makes a big difference in whether or not he's going to be able to get through and smash you and kill you. Because if he gets through, you're dead. I don't care how good you are compared to him, you're dead. Okay, he's down
5-minute warning.
Now he might have challenged now because I've got this damage. So you can just push towards here. I'm sort of, it's like the art of war, Sun Tzu, you know what I mean? Act strong when you're weak and act weak when you're strong. I'm acting strong here like I'm defending when I'm actually still weak. He'd probably try and kill me, especially if he's got his ability. But I'm jumping here and he won't come anymore because, yeah, he thinks I'm stronger than what I am. So I was still trying to wait for the green, but obviously Legacy, you've got to take damage. Don't take damage here. Pushing down like this is okay because you've got the green behind you and you'll have the green at the LG as well. Plus a lot of the time when you do push down the stairs, they're not ready for it. They're still sitting back here, looking up towards you. And you're really pinning him in at the red. Just be really careful if he's not coming back with LG sometimes. If you're not careful and they're quite close. But that's why you do it with a bit of trepidation in your step. You don't just go jumping down there or anything. I'm walking down there to try and get an angle on the rail. And as soon as I see him, I'm moving backwards and trying to hit the rail. So I'm being careful. And again, I'm still careful here. This is important what I did. It's only subtle, you might not notice it if you were playing your game. I'm not just dropping over the edge towards Rocket. If he is still there pushing, because I'm where I'm standing on top of this ledge, I can still drop off to the right if I have to. Obviously, if he gets a perfect timing on his rocket at my foot when I'm landing and he's pushing forward with LG, you are dead. But you know, I'm giving myself the best chance to be able to put pressure on this red, get more rocket ammo, and then play from there. Whereas if I dropped over to the rockets, one, it's an easier spot for noobs to hit you with their spam because they just shoot directly at the rockets, and then you can't as easily get away because you've got to jump over the ledge to get away. Whereas I can just walk off the edge to get away, and he won't get that much damage on me even if he's coming out. Tell me how that hits the teleporter. Let's watch that again. And watch how I jump onto this ledge. And then work out his there. Now you can tell from the angle of the rocket. You can tell from the angle of the rocket that he's not. I should have realised. Because the angle was too shallow to be able to shoot from anywhere near the red. He had to be behind the cubby little rat hole and shoot it through there. Now, this is like high level play. You just notice the angle the rocket's coming a lot, and you can tell where they shot it from most of the time. Obviously, that was quite close to if he was against the back wall of the red, which is what I guess confused me. By looking at it again in you know, a second chance look at it in this replay, it was quite obvious that it was shot on an angle such that you can't have shot it from near red. Yeah, there's no way they should hit the ledge. Use your team. Alright, come on now. Can't attack Mega here, but you gotta understand, yeah, he's already there. He surprised me then with how fast he was there. I'm challenging though. When you do this side of moves, always shoot the rocket on the right. Reason being is if they come out to the left, then you can get out. You know what I mean? What you're worried about is them tucking on the right here, and you don't get a chance to get out because the rocket is so good it's knocking you to the right. Whereas if you shoot that rocket, I'm already pre-firing on that rocket on the right hand side because I know he's going to try and dodge to the left to cut down the angle that I can get out on. If he's really strong, he'll probably move to the left because he's not worried about me getting out, but he's not really strong. He knows I'm strong. So he's worried about me getting out, so he's going to move towards the right to try and stop me from getting out. That's why I shot that rocket there. Now I can push in with LG because I've got good damage on him, 62 damage, and he's out in the middle of the open. He can't be tucked anymore. So just jump out aggressively now. He must lift this rocket to survive. If he wants to survive, he must lift it. I'm pretty sure he does lift it, but it doesn't hit me. And yeah, see how he lifted it? It's good, but it's just a bit too late though.
Stopwatch.
Oh, perfect. Shouldn't peek in aggressively like this when your rail isn't reloaded. You have to be defensive in this situation. Reason being is because everything's up for grabs now, you know what I mean? If you get this frag clean, you've pretty much won the map. So what I've done is terrible. Well, first of all, missing the rail. Of course, you can miss rails, that's okay. But pushing out while my rail's still reloading, as if he was going to be going in towards the LG, it's bad, because I was going to be dropping down here, but then all of a sudden he's coming up towards me, and I'm fucked.
Where?
I had to go for it. Okay, he had to miss this, buddy. I got lucky that he fucked off. If he read me where I was spawning. And again, that's a terrible time to die, because red's about to be spawning. He'll have time to go get rail and pin you on the other side of the map. You haven't got your ability for a minute, and you're only up by 4 frags. Here's a good spot, especially as Nix can easily get back up here. Because quite often they're over here. He knows he's not rail yet, but he actually rocket jumped up, which is smart. You're sort of letting him get this red. I'm not playing for red anymore because I'm not strong enough anymore. I just want damage if I can get it. But make sure when you're going for this damage that it's easier for you to get damage than it is for him. Like, don't just drop down in the water and try and challenge. Stay up here, try and hit your rails, and see if you can get some tough damage on him. And so that way it's a good chance he's not going to get it on you. Because what happens now, if you get railed, he gets red. Don't forget the last cycle, you've got time to get to red to mega. And then I've got to fuck off, I've got to go to the LG. So, I'll be in trouble. So that's why you've got to be careful in this situation. You need to maintain as much stack as you can. Because you really what we're trying to do is not be railable when we're standing on mega. So that if he comes waters, if he hits us, we can still get mega and get away. Whereas if we're railable, then, if he hits us, we're dead. And he's got mega. So dropping down like this is bad, but I did hear him up here. So I was trying to get some damage and then get away, I guess. If he is sitting at red though, this is obviously terrible. Because then he's got a chance to push forward and kill you. Nice play by him, I guess, to try and get me, but I'm not railable here. And a lot of the time, this is what Fraser always does. When the item's there, and Dan does this as well, it's good. Because we know Mega's behind us, we know we're not railable. Let's go for some more damage. Let's see what happens. We might be able to kill him. I'm not saying it's impossible for him to kill us too, it is. But a lot of the time, they don't think you're coming back. And they really don't want you to come back. Think about when you've taken that rail and you only got 2 rails in you or whatever. You don't want them challenging you. You want them to fuck off so you can get your red and get away. Maybe not when you're behind by so much with only 4 minutes to go, then you want them challenging because then it's a good 50-50 chance to get a frag. But as a default position, starting position, where it's even in the map, you don't want them challenging here. So that's why you want to challenge in the opponent's position, because they don't want you to challenge. Alright. Nice shot. Now we're good. Head back to center map. Take your time here. He gets good spam on us. I was actually pushing forward here in case he rocket jumped, but what he did was actually drop down and try to kill me. Now Fraser used to always do that sort of stuff. It's really good play, especially because he knows I'm not that strong. So he actually got really unlucky not to kill me in this situation. But what he did was good. He just dropped straight down towards you and attack you. Because one, it's not an easy rail to hit you when they're dropping straight on you, and there's a rocket behind you. He tries to get the rocket as deep as he can when he shoots it, and then push forward and try and kill you. And it's a good time to try and kill, because to win the map, he really does need to kill me now. So it was a good attack. He just got unlucky. I maybe it's different moment. Anyway, sorry, Mark. There is a moment where he does push down in that sort of situation. That was good. Maybe it's in different drills, I'm not sure. But in this situation, because I'm 100, you don't really want to take any damage from his spam, so you kind of want to see where you're shooting it. So being completely tucked like I am now is not really good, because then the spam, if it is coming towards me, I'm not going to be able to dodge it. I'm going to be below 90, he can push in and kill me. Whereas on 100, I can be putting pressure on him and he can't really spam me, he can only rail me. And if he's only going to rail me, he's got to hit me twice. And then that's not easy, especially because I probably only got hit him twice and he's probably dead or close to dead. And then maybe I can get away. 13 seconds to me ghost walk as well, you know what I mean? So you don't want to be in a position where you can't see his spam here, because then when he does tickle you a bit, you're railable now. Which I am. And he missed a shot, fair enough. But he should be peeking aggressively and he's not.
Stopwatch.
Yeah, he would have had 2 rails to kill me, which, a good player, you give two rails to kill you, most of the time they're going to kill you. Just consolidate your stack here. You've got to be careful in being top mid, so it's sometimes a good option just to wait above the red and wait till you get information or noise from him. Don't push out on the map, because if he is sitting up here still, he's got a good chance to get damage on you, and that also means he hasn't got mega yet, so any damage you deal to him, he's really going to stack back up on. So it's a good time for him to sit top middle and try and get damage. I don't know how strong he is, he might be railable or close to railable, so that's why he's scared to get damage. But good players are still up top here, waiting for you, and there's a rocket at your foot when you peek, and you might get railed, and then you're either dead or very, very weak, and he can go get mega and go get all the guns that he hasn't got, or the armors that are still up on the map. So just be careful when you're in transition in this situation. Wait a sec before I come out. That's important, because it's just throwing off his timing of what he's trying to rail, or if he's trying to rocket, he's trying to tri-bolt, or whatever he's trying to do. Just making it a bit harder for him. Don't just peek out on the default timings, because then it's easy for your opponent to hit. And obviously then I heard mega, I got information by the time I was just sitting there. That's important. It's only subtle. That's why the whole purpose of me making these videos is to tell you guys the subtle things that will turn you from an average player into a much better player. Because these are things that you watch top players do, or you watch me do in these videos, and if I didn't point it out to you, you probably wouldn't notice it. That's why I'm trying to point out the subtleties that you can do to make yourself a better player. Because they're the easiest ways to make yourself better. Because this is, okay, this is what I've got to do in this situation, and that's what I'll do. And it's just like pattern recognition, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you can definitely learn from it. So, it's important. Don't take damage now. And usually against Billy, I'm looking for kills and I'm continuously looking to attack. I'm trying to play a little bit more properly, I guess. And this isn't the time when you want to go for damage or frags. I remember I was crouching because I was worried he was going to come to waters. Probably shot too late. Once you hear that jump, just shoot. If he's just bluffing you or whatever, then fair enough. You have to defend yourself. If he was full charge there with LG, I'm probably in trouble. I have to go swap. See how I flicked that rocket from where I was aiming and he walked right into it. Watch it again. Just flick the rocket to it. Oh yeah, terrible. I remember that. He used my ability too as if it would save me. Terrible. That was horrible. Come back this way once you go through the teleport, it's quite good because most of the time I don't expect it. Especially as Nyx because you get up there. Now, for me personally, once I see red there, like that, and I know I can hear where he's top mid, I'm trying to get to red, I don't care. I'm not saying it's the best play, but that's how I'm going to play it. Good damage. I'm actually pushing up once I get that damage. Now he's dead. So I'm just trying to defend Ral. He's already got rockets, he's already in a strong spot, so it's fine. Just try and stop him transitioning up to top mid or towards Ral. See how I'm attacking now? It's not terrible because I've got a good stack, there's a good chance it's going to work. But if you're going to play like this, switch to rockets just before you get down on the ground. The reason being is if he's coming through here with LG at the wrong timing, you're probably dead. And the second thing is, and this is only subtle as well, you might not notice it as a general player, when I've got rockets out, he can't hear me in midair and work out where I'm going to land. When I've got LG out, he can, and he can hear the LG coming towards him, he knows I'm charging. That's a big difference. Because he doesn't know where to shoot the rocket, he doesn't even know if I'm actually coming. And then, by the time I can defend myself if I'm in midair and he does come out, I can just shoot a rocket here. It's going to knock him left or knock him to the right, and it's going to fuck up his aim so he can't pin me in midair. Yeah, and he can't hear me, so it's just like every reason why it's better. But obviously I think I'd get there and end up killing him, but you know, that's not the point. Nice kill. Like I was saying yesterday, boys, when you get kills like this, it's just normal, keep playing. See, look at, you can't see my face because you can't see the recording. It's like, I don't even do anything, it's just like normal. And it's important now to keep playing too because, like, got to be quick. I'm weak, you know. I don't want to get on the map. He might spawn at Mega. I've got to be getting this green, getting back to red, maybe denying rail or whatever I'm going to try to do. So we'll have a look at the frag because it was a decent frag, but yeah. Don't push up to jump out, you're going to die. That rocket I'm shooting there is really good. It deals a lot of damage. And they're annoyed by it too because they think they have the advantage in the fight. Now he doesn't because I've hit him 130 damage, you know what I mean? It's only like 40 health. So that rocket's really good. If they do drop off to the left, most of the time they don't do that. They're trying to stop you getting up the jump pad. So they drop off on this side of that pillar, not the other side. So that rocket's really handy. It deals a lot of damage. And this is a situation where damage is great because I probably can't get Mega, or I couldn't get Mega, maybe I can now. But I just want to get max damage on it and maintain my stack, so it's just a good way to do that. Yeah, make sure you hit that one, boys, obviously it's pretty straightforward. See how I know from the first rocket it's going to knock him into that corner. So I'm already aiming at the corner. I'm not even worried about what I can see. I know when I shoot that first rocket, it's going to push him back into that corner. Just shoot the second rocket in the corner and bury him completely. It's a really common thing. They end up in that corner a lot when you're in cubby anyway. Cuddy. Gotta be quick in this, not too slow. See, if you were quicker, you could be on the right side and railing as he's coming through the teleporter. So that's it is a weakness in the game. Always been a weakness in the game. I'm clumsy with my movement, which is bad. But obviously I've got Ghost Walk, so I rail in and get away. It's okay, but yeah, it could have been better. Fucked up. Yeah, I'll go back. Grab that health bubble. It's terrible. Good attack. I don't think he's got enough health to kill me there. Certainly not. For some reason, when you're up here, you can never rail him. Just drop down here. He's got no weapon. Just drop down. Even if you're only going to hit one rail, it's okay. Drop down. He can't really hit you. Bit greedy looking for this damage, and now he might be able to get mega, but it's fine. Just fucking back off and try and get damage on it, and then get across to the rat hole near red so you can stop him getting rail.
Tank.
Shit, just back off now. If he gets red, it's okay. Just get down.
Netmaster. Impressive.
Again, same way of aiming those rails. We're using our body a lot to aim them and moving. And then once he's about to rocket jump, move forward so you get that angle on him. So I'm not violent with my mouse movement when I'm shooting these rails. Just moving my body nice and gentle movements on my mouse. Never tug, never flick. You don't need to.
Impressive.
Probably when you're coming up, this is what Fraser's do. He shoots the rocket onto the left-hand side as he's like halfway up. Two reasons it's good. One, they can't get good LG damage on you, and they're not that strong either after your railing, so he knows he needs to go get that green. And the second reason is because it knocks him against this back corner and stops him getting on this left-hand side of the pillar. And that way, when you come up, all you got to do is shoot the rocket into the corner and he's instantly dead. And it's one of those frags where, because you're so fast with your movement while you destroyed him with rockets, when you couldn't even see him, he's thinking, fuck, you're everywhere, you're too good, you know what I mean? And now that he's got that, he's got a good chance to kill me now, because I didn't shoot it.
1 minute warning.
Be careful. That was nice play by him, but unlucky to not kill me. He's coming around the wrong way. Yeah, but that, just use LG here, don't control.
Coming at you.
Bit unlucky, that's alright. Don't have to go towards this red here. What you can do in this situation is bluff towards the red. You've got Ghost Walk, so if he comes around to the left, then you just back off towards the red all the way and try and get it. And if he does come this way, you can just back off and go to the LG green or the green in the rail. Problem is, once he gets to red, he's probably going to rocket jump to rail, so you've got to be careful if you go towards rail. As Nix, you want to try and get some spam damage on him with the LG by jumping up against the back wall first. If you're 100 health, it's a bit risky because if he hits you with the direct rocket, you're dead. On 120 and with Ghost Walk, it's a good chance to go for damage. And then just, yeah, quickly switch around.
Impressive.
I remember I switched LG, I don't know why I did that. Yeah. Just stand still when you're doing this. Don't push forward and jump forward at his LG. You don't need to, he's so weak. On the spam. I tried to shoot it behind him, but he was too far forward. That's where you've got to be defensive with the spam and shoot it closer, because he's just full charge and you can hear that. So don't shoot your rocket like that, it's no good. And obviously I didn't mean to fall, but with Ghost Walk I managed to get that.
Damage dealer. Impressive.
Nice shot, did it. So not the best drill, but there were some situations where we had good combat, or we, little tricks where we're not allowing him to smash us because we're just holding still for a second before we push, and also that spam at Cuddy where we split it Because like I said on that one frag, if he was a bit stronger, like 90 health stronger, he still would have died to the rail. And that's like 250 damage in an instant that you wouldn't have got because you would have just been shooting at the same spot. You only hit maybe 120 and you've got a difficult rail because his movement's not under control because the second rocket didn't hit him. So just pay attention to that, boys. I hope you learned something in this game. And I'll try and get some of the other maps soon because I haven't got any of Deep Embrace. It's not my best map. What's the other map? Ruins of Sarnath and Insomnia. I'll try and get some VODs of those ones soon. But yeah, thanks, boys. Let me know in the comments if you like it. I'll keep making these videos. Thank you.